Hey guys, this is Zlewikk and welcome back to our Achievements Hunter run. So rather than trying to get all of EU5 achievements before EU4 is released, we've got only 104 of them to go. Today we'll go for 2 achievements that will require me to play until 1821. I'll have to start as Busoga, get 13 different cards unlocked for fetishists, and also get up to the last 30-second deck. To not make it boring, I'm gonna limit myself to only these trade notes, and I'm gonna create a true Wakanda here in Africa, having an enormous amount of average development from this not the best lands. So you better fasten your seatbelts and get ready for 1 hour of peak content. Obviously we're not the biggest nation around in development. Free ruler, that's why I chose this nation, because it has the best ruler stats. 1 income, 6 force limits, and a mission tree that is of no use, maybe except the first one that allows me to get claims on the Uganda area. That's why I'll actually start with building a free company and choosing a cult, which is gonna be simply discipline. Choose our rivals, which is gonna be both Uganda and Bunjoro. They should rival each other anyway. And choose the estates. Power points for sure. Fairly standard setup of the other estates. I'm not gonna go deep into that, like getting manpower, loans, prestige, etc. Make sure to seize land and some diet, which is gonna be about prestige. Should be easy to get early on. I don't need this. I need a general, and I'm not gonna switch my cult. Let's make also a ruler general, and make sure to get an advisor on the military. It's gonna be land maintenance. Remember, we need that for the mission. And also get an admin advisor for tax. We'll be losing a bit of money, but it's fine. We have 3 diplomats, so let's just start using them for building spy network on Bunjoro, as I'll be getting claims on these 2 nations here, and I'll also start building on Mount Buha, or maybe Karagwe for the future. There it is, prepare for war. There's some army tradition and claims on these 2 nations. I'll be aiming to attack them ASAP. Hopefully they don't ally anyone. They didn't, so let me just go for the conquest of these guys. And that should be an immediate wipe thanks to our quantity advantage. Obviously, you don't have the best morale. I could have waited also a month to get better. But we should be totally fine. If not here, then I'm gonna run away to Busoga, or even to some natives and die to natives themselves. That's what I told you, they got wiped by the natives. You don't want to fight with these natives here. You know, I'm not gonna rush like expansion and uniting these lands at all. We want to have also a nice PowerPoint generation. That's why before I peace out Buganda, I'm already gonna attack Bunjoro. That's allies to Kalundwe. We're gonna attack them for a Humlit rival Casus Belli. So this way we can generate some power points. That should be a fairly easy battle. Even if not won here, then similar to before. Hopefully they're gonna run away to some natives and get wiped by them. If not by the natives, I'm gonna wipe them in Pubongo. No, they're running straight to natives. But yeah, as I declared from these guys already, I can peace out Buganda now. Perfect even for us, even money, but we don't need 11 ducats. We can lose some money now. Stability is important because that's admin mana saved. Actually, I'm gonna attack Karagwe, because they don't have any allies. Now I'm thinking, because the mission tree is trash. Like, I need, for example, reparations from 3 nations to get that, which is needed for them getting this. Claims on the whole Central Africa region, which are gonna be super useful for us. I want these claims. I'm just thinking how to handle that, because I think I might go after Kalundwe. It's gonna hurt us a little bit, but it's gonna be worth it. And it's gonna hurt me a lot to go through all of these native provinces, because it's almost sure that I'm gonna fight at least every second tile or every tile, and that's 1,000 people lost on each. That's why it's not worth short term, it's gonna be super worth long term. Same as for Bunjoro going for show strength instead of conquest, because that's gonna slow me down from forming Kitara, but that's gonna be 300 power points. Yeah, since I cannot vassalize on the Humlit rival CB, I'm gonna take war reparations from these guys and full money. I'll be aiming to get that war reparations for that mission. Okay, in the meantime, show strength. It's great mana generation for us. We should be in general aiming to get institution from Kilwa somehow, or other nations here, but it's gonna be hard. At least my estate land is already 15%. In a second I'm gonna seize land to get it to 20 already. Let's attack Rwanda for another Humlit rival Casus Belli. Kazembe will be helping them, so just have to make sure to wipe them ASAP. But yeah, PowerPoint is something very important, especially in this part of the region where we don't have institutions. You see, Moravia was trying to cross here and they just, yeah. Oh guys, actually Kazembe is coming to our lands, that's surprising. They managed to get through the provinces of natives without dying. I think actually Maravi saved them. It's fine, I can just simply siege raise them, which means get a defensive edict here. So we've got 38 defensiveness, they have 11, easy peasy. I said I should wait for the institution, but it might take some time, so I'm gonna take Tech 3 for now. Simply for an easy war. While fighting Rwanda, I can attack Bucha, because they are also allied to the same nation, also Kazembe. So this way, they're not gonna be able to join that second war. New heir is 100. We have to disinherit him, but first I need to deal with this war, but yeah, luck is never on our side. I might not be sure to wipe this Bucha, so I can just take another 1,000 of troops from the siege. And here we now have kills, that's a wipe. Which means we can go on fully next Bucha. And now from this guys I'll be aiming to get war reparations from Kazembe. Now I've got reparations from two trees coming. We have to get the third one. And also these two guys got humiliated. Next one to do is Encore, and them I'm also gonna do show strength, which is gonna call in Tumbuka. We have to find a way how to ally Kilwa guys. Since I'll anyway be having rebels in these provinces, let me go ahead and increase the autonomy. So at least we gain more from them. Now the full reparations received, that's a bit of tax and inflation reduction. And I can also go and pick my third show strength, which means that we've got 900 power points just from these few wars. There it is guys, Mombasa will give us knowledge sharing thanks to good improve of relations. Let's get that ASAP for us. I'm gonna pick manpower from the tier 2 guarantee form. I could switch this to co-creation cost, but I think I'd rather go for the tier 6 faster. But I'll still think about it. Maybe then with the next 50 points I'm gonna change it. So with perfect autonomy in our provinces, our average is just 14. It's also time to get rid of that heir and look for someone better. And that was worth it. 5, 6, 4. Black Panther first. Since I want to roleplay Wakanda with all these 3 nodes controlled, trade will be an issue long term. So should be looking already for something that they absolutely hate, so monopolies. Don't pick them up at home guys, I do not recommend that. It looks like the only monopoly that I have to give is for iron. So we'll be getting, yeah, mercantilis every 10 years. 1 mercantilis every 10 years. Oh god, Zlewikk, did you really pick monopoly? Yes, you did. We want to get to 100 mercantilis long term. It's for the roleplay, guys. Don't pick it up. Okay, there goes Renaissance. I can get it for 91 ducats. So let me take 3 loans. Embrace the Renaissance. Get the technologies that don't cost me extra power points for picking. And all the other power points that I have left, I'll start already developing Renaissance. We'll be really ahead of time regionally. And let's develop that in our capital because it doesn't have that much of development. See, that's already 70%. And with just more dev clicks, I'll be getting that to 100. And since I hit 30 of Crownland, I can go on some of my titles. And since, yeah, my economy could be better, but it is what it is. And now we are making some money. Now with Renaissance, I have to pay 120 cents to embrace it, but it's spreading and it's not like I'm hitting points cap, so I can wait for it to spread to get it cheaper. And it's a perfect calculation because my truce is about to start expiring with these guys. This time I can vassalize Kalundwe, and it's important to vassalize someone here because you can take provinces that are bordering your subject if it's on the same continent as your capital. And I couldn't just expand into that region. You see, my coring range is... There's just no coring range for these provinces. If I want to attack Rwanda, they're gonna be protected by Kazembe. But Kazembe is an issue because I can't take their provinces. I do not border it. I have to attack Kikonja first, so I could get a board of Kazembe. And then if I want to Rwanda, I'm gonna take the Kazembe provinces. But the issue is I don't have claims. So let me ask my subject to make it. Then while waiting for that claim, I can actually already attack Rwanda, should be fine. Good relations with Mutapa is stability, some prestige and legitimacy. It's time to embrace the Renaissance. the most advanced civilization here in this part of Africa, and I can take both Diplo and Miltex. Here's where Ankara is gonna help us because they're allied to Luba. So I could really expand a lot for just one more. I have admin power points saved. See, I attack these guys. Or attack Luba. It's pretty much the same. I want Tumbuka as well to vassalize them. That will be 28,000 troops to fight. So it's not gonna be easy war. But I have 16,000 and I have a much better technology. So I think we should be totally fine. How about Kikonja? Yeah, I can get this guy as a coal vision as well. And Tumbuka. Yeah. That's a lot of coal belligerents. But it's just fine. It's time to separate peace out these guys because it's tough to fight so many armies at the same time. And I see it's getting better and better. I'll actually keep all of the points that I'm taking out to myself, but I will feed Kolundve with the Luba provinces. And why this I'll take also for myself to get access to these nations. With Tech 5 I can lock first idea group. For now it is just gonna be humanist, as we might spawn an idea cost even out of it, why I'm not filling any ideas. Okay, now the borders will be pretty good with vassalization of Tumbuka. And giving these provinces to Kalundves or subject. Just take a look at this. Isn't this beautiful? Kilwa is just next to us and they have tech 6, but so do I. Yeah, let's anyway go ahead and form Kitara. I actually did not check their ideas. But for the roleplay I'm gonna pick it. Manpower recovery speed, prestige decay, infantry combat ability, tolerance, stab cost, embracement cost, unjustified demands, construction cost, cooperation cost, culture conversion cost. Those are not bad, but of course not much for the military. And that's what's more important. We've got some Siberian front. No, are those actual colonies? No, those are colonies that are happening, but I'm not paying for them, and they connect me to the lands here. And now we are that close to become a great power. It's so nice to go from 3 stability to 0 stability through 3 different events. Oh no, that air is a big no. We are disinheriting, looking for Black Panther II. Since I took higher development in colonies for colony development boost, I'm gonna get development in all of these colonies that are about to finish from Kitara formation. Okay, my friends, it's time to clear the borders with Congo. I'm gonna attack them and call both of their allies as co-belligerents. If you don't want to miss any future videos from this and other series, remember to subscribe to the channel to get notified about them. Especially that I know that around half of you are not subscribing yet. Son of God, yes, we just unlocked the Christianity. Ah yeah, because we just fought with Congo, which has Catholic unlocked. And thanks to that, I can get Prejudice Decay and Runs to the True Faith until the end of the game, which is pretty useless. Well, 152 is not better. Let's keep looking. From Congo, I'm taking as many provinces as possible from the Congo node. I'm leaving Ivory Coast, as promised. But as you see, they will be left with still 2 provinces from that node, which is, well, fine. I'm also... Oh! I'm gonna lose that name placement because I'm gonna feed Kalundve with most of these provinces to save admin mana. And you can see they started calling everything at once, so they had enough admin mana. So I'm gonna start annexing them already. How about we cancel this and pick... I don't need strong duchies. Let's pick this one to not get impact on our deep rep. Interesting, because my colony is going on, I can actually get this privilege, which will allow me to keep getting explorers in the future. I'm gonna leverage that because, yeah, I don't plan to have Zanzibar in general, right? But we want to explore to unlock more cults, so I'm gonna maybe take just 1 gold mine from them. Let's kick ass of Kilwa. They already attack behind to us. Just take a look at the technological map mode. Kilwa, you are so beyond. Let's go and keep them. Let's see their army quality. I believe that's their whole army that I'm facing here. Well, it's not bad, but ours is still better, and thanks to that battle we just unlocked another cult. I really already have the slave trade to be clicked. 2 mercantilism, Trade efficiency. Yeah, it's fine to click it already. I'm stacking mercantiles as mentioned earlier. Oh, that's something that I like. Fetishes bed defectors. So actually got core on Butua. And earlier also Nudu. That's what, 9? That's 16 development that I'll not have to core. There we are. I'm focusing on the gold mines. Sofala for the range. The borders will be slowly fixed. Of course, it will not be easy to core all of this because I have the coring range, but I will anyway feed a lot of provinces to Tumbuka. Just leave the cores for myself in Sofala and gold mines, of course. Let's do something like that. Wolf of Africa already. That's production efficiency, inflation reduction, and development, sure. And we finally become a great power and already number 5. Just go and pick up Tech 7 admin. I'm still waiting for that modifier from Hoanis. So just in the meantime, let's pick something military. And since I'll be building, special units in Wakanda, that's gonna be quality that I'll start with. Or maybe I'll go Explo, because I don't need army quality for now. And Expo to discover the Eastern religions. That's still not what I'm looking for. Another disinherit. 200 relations with Mombasa is contact the Muslims, which is innovativeness and prestige. I'll need that prestige for another disinherits. You see we're already at 25 income, but we just got our hands on the gold mines. Annexation of subjects makes our main placements and borders a bit better. Now I decreased autonomy everywhere because it was obviously high because of the subjects. And we're clearing the borders farther with Congo. You see, this gives me holy wars for all of these nations, which I don't care about. I'm gonna take middle tech in January as I want to start stacking innovativeness. We wouldn't be Wakanda without innovativeness, right? So that's why I'm gonna already change humanist ideas. I think I'll go with infrastructure because of dev cost and construction cost. And I'll keep exploration and I'll actually take the first one here already, as well as the first one in infrastructure. With mill point, I'll be deving already. From Congo, I'm only fixing borders. I will take one province in Ivory Coast, but it's simply for aesthetics. So this way, our borders will look even better. The money that I have saved already, I'll start investing into improving trade centers. If there are any that I can improve, because it needs some development, but I do. Let's keep doing so. Here's where great Wakandan exploration starts. We gotta find new lands and find our way to the Eastern religion so I can unlock the best cards that we're gonna have. One of my favorite events in game. So when you have inflation and trade efficiency advisors, you can get 400 power points from that event once per game. That's perfect. I can already colonize up over here. From now on, for all of the coins I'll be doing here in Africa, I'm not gonna delete natives because they simply give local goods price modifier, and since I have a lot of natives in each of these provinces, that's gonna be a nice boost. 243 still not something that I'm looking for. Yeah, that was my last expansion war. Clearing borders with Kilwa. From now on, we only dev. We look for the new cults by colonizing, and we are creating a giant waiting for the Europeans to arrive and be surprised what the hell is happening here. See, the current age is about to end, and surely I'll not get golden here in the next one. I'm gonna get it right now and mainly use it for deving. Well, and keeping up with the technologies because I'm a bit behind now as I'm feeling the ideas. Talking about dev cost, here goes another source from infrastructure ideas. On my way to get the best cult, I'm gonna attack Kotte. They're at war right now with Vijay, and Bahman is really hurting from that war. So that no CB is gonna totally work. You can just right away land there and take them over. This is a Theravada province, so an eastern one. Stability? It costs me just 50 to boost it up. I'm even gonna get it to level 2. I see unlock called Buddha Dharma. Wait, is it what I'm looking for? Yes, it is. So I don't even have to take any provinces here. I'll probably just white piece them. And did you see that construction cost? Well, now I pay only 374 manufactories. So I'm gonna click that mission and spend these 2000 ducats on manufacturers. So let me go ahead and switch our primary cult to development cost, which is coming from Buddha Dharma. So now, if if you look for any province, you see I have minus 10% for Buddha Dharma and another minus 10% from the privilege. That is doubling my cult. So I'm getting minus 20% development cost from the religion right now. Worth it? Absolutely. Let's go look at the name placement. Combination of exploration infrastructure is also pretty good early on, because that gives me policy for colony development boost. So each time colony is finished, I get free development there. Oh god, guys, I have such a good construction time. Takes 150 days to build a regimental camp. Tech time is third idea group, which is gonna be... I was thinking between innovative, mainly to stack more innovativeness, but I'll go for economic, for scaling. If my deployment mill points, I'll be going for institution, which I'll be developing in Butua. But first we have to get merchant guilds loyal. And it's just about saving a bit of money without loans. That doesn't look like a small Wakanda, but like half of my territory is now on the map. It's just wastelands. Oh, no need to develop it because Adal just embraced the institution. I think is that's thanks to their monument, wasn't it? Yeah, institution growth here. I'm just gonna go and ask them for knowledge sharing. And since we have plenty of development in our capital and rand, that is gonna come here quickly. See, it's 1.8, 1.9 a month. Yeah, let's just leave our mana for deving of actual provinces. With another construction cost, I can build manufacturers now for just 300 ducats each. I'm also gonna move my main node to Zambezi, as I will be able to send everything over there. That's why I'm stacking mercantile, because I'm gonna be stolen as hell from my nodes. Castile is already here, and actually that allowed me to rival them at last. Since I have a great dev cost modifiers and some mana saved, I'm deving the gold mines a little bit, just to increase our income in general. Even though my income is really great already, I would say there's never enough. Let's also do Sofala. Sofala is a wrong culture, so I should first change it to Shona and then Dev. So now my gold income is 26. Total income is 81, which is not impressive for that year, but yeah, for our lands it's okay. With more gold income, I'm gonna also keep increasing the level of my advisors. You see, with deving and constant seizing land, I'm at 73 crown land already, which gives me plus 60 from progress growth, so we can get out of tribal government ASAP. What is this error? Give me something good at last. Thanks for the institution. I'll first focus on the Diplotech 9, because combined with the Spine from Spain, I'm obviously getting some tech cost. You see, minus 6% on that tech 10. On that military technology, see, it's not giving me innovativeness, it's not worth to take it ahead of time. I'm instead gonna keep deving. I'm deving up to 10 development, no more, just unlock the building slots and not get negative, like increased dev cost for the amount of development in a province. Alright guys, it's time to go out of tribal kingdom. Early on it's not gonna be worth it because I'm gonna lose all these bonuses and my guarantee from progress. But long term is gonna be fine. I want to become a Republic of Wakanda. Now, for tier 1, I'll go for oligarchy because it has the short term duration. Although I will be not taking... I'll be going for sortition later, so that doesn't matter. Let's take civic republicanism. For tier 2, random candidate bonus. And for tier 3, we'll go for sortition, which is gonna be all skills of the letter ruler changed by 1. So for now, let's just take together this admin. You see, 1 skill is gonna change by 2. Plus I'm gonna get 3 from progress growth. So this guy is 512 already. From progress, it's increasing by 1.8 a month. Oh, we've got Colonia Morocco, look. They're actually ruling over Ivory Coast. Yugoslav's eco idea. Production efficiency. 1 dev from manufacturing. Lose plus modifier. While here's culture conversion cost, which is gonna be extremely useful to start turning all of these parts into the right culture, which you see it costs me nothing because it's not developed yet. And if you're converting to a culture that is bordering, you're getting minus 25% cost. You see, we're already at sortition. That's a tier 3 guarantee form. So we go ahead and pick it. Oh, disable civic republicanism. It could have been expected. This is the army tradition. This is a bit of tax meta. It really doesn't matter, honestly. We'll also write down absolutely all the technologies, which means I can get Africa modernization, which is innovativeness and prestige. If you're wondering why I'm converting into provinces, so it's wrong culture, it means all of these modifiers. So negative tax and manpower most importantly. And since this is all low development, this is the moment to convert these provinces, because later when I start deving, this is gonna get more expensive. Oh, here it is, National Bank, which is gonna give me interest per annum. 1.2 thousand ducats and stability. Tier 4, I will focus on boosting my temples and cathedrals, since I have a couple. There it is, an election. I can make it random, but looking at this guy's stats, I'm gonna risk losing so much of Republican tradition to get a guy that is 566. It was 6.5, but then with the other bonuses kicked in, it's just infinite mana. So this way everything is either our culture or accepted culture, or is getting converted to our culture. And since I've set out of power points, I've got merchant guilds, loyal, I've got prosperity everywhere, it's time for deving. Let's note down, we've got 696 dev clicks. Let's see how much we can get with spending all of this, because I'm so ahead, I can spend all of this. Obviously the best terrains to develop will be grasslands that I took from Congo. Where you see with the dev cost edict, I can get the cost pretty nice. So I'll be deving first up to 10. I think in case of grasslands I can even get it up to 15. So just take a look. Let me get it up to 15. Then we can expand our infrastructure here to get it pretty cheap, get more building slots, and develop it up to 20. But even Savannah, which has plus 15 development, is very cheap to dev for us. But I will be deving up to 10. Just focus on, in this case of process like this, just focus on unlocking new building slots. I think that's where I'm gonna pause. So we are at 772, which means we've developed almost 80 times. And we are just getting started. Now we can start following up all this development with new buildings and other improvements. Obviously, since I'll be leveraging a lot of expanded infrastructure, long term I'll not have enough GAF capacity. That's why I'll both need a lot of card houses, which I started building, but also state houses combined. Stake Tech 14, which is new idea group unlocked, and also plantations. Now I think I will go for trade ideas. Which will give me pretty good policies with goods price modifier trade efficiency. Some of the institution can buy from Adal. What I do is I wait for them to get the institution that one province had it, thanks to the monument. Then I pay them access to embrace it, they embrace it, and I just ask them to share it with me. It's time to have a bit of fun. I've built a fort system, so in case of war I'm protected. But I'll also go ahead, I got the military form, I'm gonna take... Actual diplo points would be of use. Admin points are fine as well. Stay this. And declare war on Castile. Well, of course, I will not be able to get to their homeland. But with the war goal and occupation of this, I should be able to get a peace deal to at least get money from them. Tier 6 already guarantee for me is gonna give me max absolutes as we are heading towards it. Since they can't land on my mainland, they landed with 50k on the whole Hawaii here. What the hell are you doing, man? And it's all colonies plus Pope. There we go, guys. 2000 ducats for doing pretty much nothing else, drilling for most of the war. And that's money will be surely invested nicely. I'll actually start investing into one monument that I can do, so Zimbabwe, which as a reminder gives me tech costs. So I'm gonna see if some other money in the future. I have money. 1000 development, reminder it was 696 when I started bigger deving. I can become an empire, which combined with all the buildings I was getting for GAF capacity, you see it's not a problem at all. In tier 7 I'm gonna take GAF capacity, which is, yeah, now it's perfect. Just start expanding infrastructure. You see, I expanded it a little bit, all the green provinces, but there's just still plenty to go. We can finally see Europe and see how cursed it is. Brittany there is, in Great Britain not formed, big Zlewikk, big Tuscany. What is the strongest node in Europe? 48 in Genoa, 80 in the English Channel, 71 in Zlewikk. Well, I'm not on the level where I could fight with this yet. See, 42. Maybe if I had also hold Zanzibar, which I don't have on purpose, we could have like 60-ish, but it would still not be enough. So I don't think we're gonna spawn the global trade. I did manage to get to 53 already, but still not enough. But at least our income is 257, and maximum power already at over 200,000. Now that they colonize everything that they plan to colonize, that's 91 provinces, I can cancel exploration ideas. They're no longer needed, and instead I'm gonna take something military, and to be exact, quality ideas. We need to have a Wakanda quality of armies here. So let's take 1, let's take 2, let's take almost 3 ideas at once. I'm at the point of the campaign where I have all of the buildings I could build already, like this manpower, force limit, manufactories, soldiers' households, workshops, temples, cart houses. Now the only thing that is left is to keep deving, expanding our infrastructure to unlock more building slots. Tier 8 is gonna be surely dev cost and goods price modifier. I'm heading towards tier 13, which is very needed absolutism. Remember, when you are a republic, you have minus 40 max absolutism by default. Just look at this, minus 40, we'll be increasing that. Of course, monopolies take 30 of it, and then they're from clergy, so I'm gonna fix it, but yeah, that guarantee form is gonna be key on fixing it. Out of curiosity, I wanted to check some stats. We have the highest income in the world, and there's no competition. A second, Ottomans have 180, you have 300. Maximum powers, same, Russia has 40,000 less than us. That's pretty good. Development-wise, we are still third, but we are catching up. Since absolutism is coming, I'm gonna slowly start cancelling my monopoly, starting with silk and cloth. So I can just right away go ahead and cancel this, which is gonna be slowly increase my production income, which is very limited by lack of this. And more deving is coming because we've got development cost modifier. And this, if you don't know, this is changing the base cost of deving. The base cost of deving for us is 50 right now. If I take this technology, the base cost of deving is 45. So it's decreased by another 10%. And then on top of that, we just unlocked universities, which I'm gonna start building in the provinces with the lowest development. Second one is cancelling monopoly on livestock. You see, that's 1,000 ducats. We just cancel it. And cancel it here as well. See, the American trace is okay. We managed to get it up to 57%, which gives me 57%, most importantly, embargo efficiency, so people don't steal my trade power, but also provincial trade power 114%, and merchant guilds fly to equilibrium. Think I unlocked, yeah, improvements to trade buildings. Let's just go and improve every trade building I have already. There goes last quality idea, which is discipline, artillery staff, but also another discipline here, but instead I'm gonna go for the yearly army professionalism. The trade efficiency is gonna be of use, but I prefer Diplo points mana. I have money anyway. Now you see the proficiency is increasing 1% a year thanks to drilling and that policy. And last, the biggest monopoly for copper and iron. You see that's 2,000 ducats I'll get from it. So how's our production income now? 131 ducats. Here it goes, guys. We've got 45 maximum absolutism. We need to get the rebels somehow to increase our current absolutism. It's gonna be increasing 1 a year thanks to our Crownland. But how about Iceland here? Which is of course a bit of rebels, but it's also unrest. And so we've got Kitaran Particularis. That's gonna give me autonomy in all of these provinces. It's perfect. That's not given even. It did change my crown a bit. That's fine. Just need to get it back to 90. And I can just manually go ahead and reduce autonomy everywhere. And I'm actually pretty sure that even with this decrease, I will be not having any rebels loading for us. And that's not gonna be insane amounts of autonomy. See, I got it on all of the non-main culture provinces. But that's at least 27 for a starter. Yeah, guys, last chance to take a technology to get innovativeness. What's a technology with a new idea group? So let me pick it. And that's gonna be innovative. Mainly for more infantry compatibility for units. Tiny bit more of innovativeness, a bit of mana save of technology, and free policies, which is gonna be also nice, but it's not like this idea group is a must-have for us. It's more like a long-term build for army quality. Because I have 900 people points saved, it's time for some deving. So I have a lot of money in all the buildings. It's time to dev around trade centers. I'm gonna develop this province here up to 25. Upgrade to level 3. Now this whole state is gonna get development costs from this trade center level. So even though this has 16 development, I dev it only for 14 points. So let's get this to 20. Let's get this to 20. And let's get this to 20 with some expand infrastructure. Another trade center we're gonna do that is Zimbabwe here. Let's dev this again to 25. Improve the trade center, and then the rest of the provinces here will be having an insane amount of the dev cost modifiers. Tier 9 is gonna be all powers cost minus 2%. A very enlightened country. Every single of our provinces has university already. You know what? I want to become a hegemon in this game. Economic one. I will conquer Zanzibar. Just because that's gonna be such a much better trades organization with Zanzibar. Hate me for this or not, but I'm gonna do this. I'm ready at the point of the game where I'm removing temples. Remember, macro builder and right click. Just to get better buildings in these provinces. Since the war score is pretty big and I can't get to the island, I'm gonna take all of this as a first step. As many trade centers as possible, and I'll finish the rest in the next war. I'll probably leave Madagascar. Although that would probably mean that Castile, Portugal is gonna grab it, so I'm gonna think about this. The War of Castile. They are allied to Kilwa? That's actually pretty cool. Because I'm gonna take... Maybe these provinces I will have enough force, but I don't think so. At least I'll shorten truce. I'm going after Castile to get a trade center in Zanzibar. Plus maybe some money if you have enough war score. Well, even Congo is joining it. Ready to test of our army quality compared to Congo. I attack without full morale. Yeah, it's not as impressive yet. I'm not using my policies anyway. Tier 10 will be another max absolutism. We also see winning wars will give me 5 Republican tradition. That's one of the reasons I'm gonna attack Adal. They actually have 90,000 troops, but I also want to take over the rest of the Zanzibar trade node. Thanks to that Adal war, yeah, I've killed 200,000 of the troops here. Thanks to that Adal war, I finally got to 50 army tradition, which is giving me a lot of innovativeness. And this gives me claims on the trains I conquered already. This power projection, armor tradition, etc. And yeah, the rest doesn't matter. From Spain, besides that province, that's gonna be again plenty of money. Would they accept war reparations as well? Yes, just with a less of money. Update on our development upload. We see everything is getting up to 15 now. And this is because I was spending my admin points on filling the ideas and calling the provinces, but I will be expanding infrastructure in a lot of provinces soon. So now we have 69% trade power in Zanzibar, even though I have minus 85 for the wrong trading city. So let's move my main trading city to Kilwa itself. And start transferring with that merchant. This way, that's gonna be 87%. We've got 120 value in Zanzibar, so that's 220 of trading income. For comparison, English China has 166, Zlewikk has 100. Now that I'm gonna spend all of my admin money on expanding infrastructure, which only cost me 33 points per province. That's a good starter, all of this being greened, and that should unlock a few building slots from manufacturers, as well as soldiers' households. That also got us up to gov capacity. I'm not surprised, I'll just have to build more state houses. Manufacturers just happened and I had a huge chance of getting it. It actually started in goddamn Timbuktu. Well, it's spreading everywhere, and it's spreading how fast? I'm already a second great power, and I will be trying to catch up to the Ottomans, but if they keep expanding like they do, it might be hard, even if the amount of the deving that we are doing. This is all Dev 20 with that color. You see, the institution costs me only 1,000 ducats. It's pennies compared to our income. Who is the first great power? Qataris. We are reaching 2,000 development. Tier 11, I'm gonna take morale of armies. 1660. So Ottomans are catching up. What is Mexico's income? They're catching up, but I have 700 income already. Development-wise, I'm also second, and maximum power, I run away a lot. In 2000 development, here I come, which means that we are pretty much at 20 average death already. How does it look like with our production? Let's compare it to other nations. It's trade, strategic goods. So we've got 62% of the world's production of ivory, 44 of slaves, 21 of tropical wood, 20 of copper, 15% of iron, 10% of gems, and this is buggy, I can't show it correctly. Also 21% market share of gold. Taking Tech 22 a bit ahead of time, but I can afford it. That unlocks me another idea group, which is gonna be defensive, and that's because I'm looking for this policy. Dev cost in the primary culture, and since I have a lot of primary culture provinces, that's gonna be of big use. Just at the same time, we unlocked town halls. It's time to fix our gov capacity from expanding infrastructure. A reminder, pretty much in all provinces. We are at 2137 right now, so 400 over the limit. Let's see how much we're gonna fix it with these town halls. 400 lower. We are just on the gov capacity now. We also just hit maximum professionalism, which means I don't have to join my armies anymore. I just go ahead and save a tiny bit more money. It's already insane. And having 4-4, that's the minimal cost we can have at this technology, even though the province has 16 development. Let me first change the culture here. Infrastructure is already expanded. So you can just do 1, 2, 3, 4. 20 development, still 4 per dev click. With Tech 23, that's another development cost modifier. So now we can get base cost of 40, and that means also that the minimal cost that we can get for deving a province is 3 points. Not sure I can get here. Maybe once we get the prosperity. We are already at the moment of the campaign where I don't have a province that is below 20 development. All of them have an expanded infrastructure. There's a dev map mode. Isn't that beautiful? We are already at almost 3,000 dev and almost caught up to the Ottomans. 5 dev cost per click. Well, the province that has 21 development already. I just got Relentless Zero for 10 years. And you know what? Let's use that and have some fun in a war against the Ottomans, the biggest army in the world. 575,000 troops, even more than we have. See, I could go for humiliate rival or imperialism. For both, I need to go for capital. This rush will not help them. Since I don't want to take any lands, let's go for humiliate rival casus belli. So you have 3 cannon stacks, number 1, number 2, and number 3, plus a lot of reinforcement stacks to support them. Cannon stack is having a combat width, so 36 of infantry and combat width of artillery. Maybe that's not an Ottoman army, but that's Akuyunlu. And let me show you how much of an army cold I'm having against them. Oh, there's Ottoman army here, that's nice. That's nice. 100,000 troops to defeat. 7 morale versus 5.8 and the same discipline. It's good that I have some troops around to reinforce with, because they did bring a lot of troops. More is coming, you see. Keep reinforcing. Oh god. I'm about to lose that battle, because I have 2 cannon stacks sitting them down in Egypt. Well, at least I have a mountain fort to defend on. Let me just run away. But you see the losses were pretty similar. Let's see what will happen if I will fight not on -2 but on 0. And while not being outnumbered. I don't think there's a chance for a wipe here, but I'll try reinforcing to give myself a chance. Yeah, but you see the losses are even better this time. How many troops in total we are fighting right now? So many cannons. So that's 200, 600, over 700,000. We already killed 236,000 of them. I know that you guys like timelines of the battles. By the way, Akuyun is also pretty big that is in this war. Is it 100,000 troops or how many do they have? 48. I'm gonna show you the whole timelines of this war now. Now, you see, even though I'm losing some battles, their losses are insanely higher. And just look at their manpower. Ottomans are running out of it. Akkoin is running out of it. I'm nowhere close to running out of my manpower. So now that I got a few important forts, especially here, I'm gonna unite my troops and keep pushing them all together. Okay guys, I think that's gonna be it. Just this one last battle. As we reduced the size of the Ottoman army to 127,000, we got Constantinople. No, not surrender. Let me go ahead and lead them for better manageriation and take a bit of money, which doesn't really matter because I have 127,000 ducats in treasury. But killing 1.4 million of the Ottoman army, pure pleasure. There we are guys, with also the last current reform. And the choice is absolutism, re-election costs and free policies, expand administration costs, random candidate bonus, and enables parliament Parliament would be actually pretty cool, but and cooler than 25 absolutism, since I don't plan to expand. Let me check if Parliament is going to disable nobility. Because if you take tier 5 reform, tier 6 in our case, so this disables nobility and cool diet. There's nothing about it here. Yeah, it wasn't disabled. And now, let me first start a debate. For development cost. I'll just add any province as a seat of our parliament. That's nice. Remember, seat of parliament gives out to a province production, tax, manpower, and sailors. I'm gonna add all of my provinces to the parliament now. Really, enlightenment didn't happen in our provinces. Remember, you need to have a university and 30 dev. And all of these green ones are 30 dev. The orange one are at 20. About to hit 1,000 income. Force unit 458 and 674,000 maximum power, which I'm gonna increase. Because I can get state edicts everywhere for manpower, but instead I'm gonna get state edicts for dev everywhere, just to dev through macro builder to make it a bit faster. There we are, with 1,000 of total income. I can go ahead and grab the economic hegemon. Economic because it's that development cost modifier for even cheaper deving, but also overtime goods price modifier and GAF capacity. Since I have all GAF reforms, I can also start going to the biggest states, and that costs me out of GAF capacity, and start centralizing them. So with admin and GAF reform progress, I'm gonna reduce the state governing costs in the states by 20%. I actually just realized, guys, that the new world religions are gone. Yeah, I think it's fine. I'll make some calculations and see if that's really required. I'm looking at understand our provinces, and it's in general around -10. So it means I can take Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, which gives +8 unrest, but -20 tech cost, and additional admin and diplo tech costs, and still not have almost any rebels. So I can, if needed, also increase our stability. So to unlock cults from fetishist nations in Madagascar, I need to get rid of Antemoro. They're Sunni, and release in their place Imerina or anything else that to help me unlock these cults. So I'm gonna take all of these lands. Then I'm gonna go ahead and release Sakalava, which, yes, is having the new free cults, but I think subjects do not count. I'll also have to declare the war on the Ottomans. They rebuilt the army already, but they still don't have manpower to take over their Zoroastrian province. Alternatively, I could actually just attack Gujarat. That is allied to the Ottomans to get the Zoroastrian province. Second over the Ottomans, I'm gonna play very lazy, meaning that I'm just gonna make 3 big stacks that are gonna be inefficient, but I'm mostly gonna focus on sieging provinces down, so I can take both Zoroastrian province and Hindu province in that war. And since they have a lot of level 2 forts, I'm just rushing them down, which is easy peasy for us. Same as instantly wiping them. I already killed 200,000 of their troops. It's the same war as the previous one, so they have some advantages in the battles early on because of their quantity, but they're running out of manpower already. So it's already 1 million, like, so fast. They just keep getting wiped. Ottoman army is down to 49,000 troops. I only need these 2 provinces from Gujarat. 1 Zoroastrian, 1 Hindu. Let's also break the relations with the Ottomans in case of any future wars. I'll just carpet siege a few more provinces. From the Ottomans themselves, let's just table reparations. Oh, there's the Dharma cult unlocked. Let me break vassalization of Sakalava. I'll have just to declare one of them in a few years. Oh, French Revolution just started. Look what is Congo doing here. They're doing our roleplay. 45, 37, 40, 37, 40 development. And there goes the cult coming from Zoroastrian. Actually, guys, I did a calculation. We'll be able to do it. Because we've got 7 now. I can take 3 from Madagascar and 3 from Western Africa, and we're done. With another 3 cults unlocked with the war of Hausa, I can now freely attack Sakalawa and lock another 3 cults, thanks to which I will reach 14, so just enough to get the achievement. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Now if we pass a day, there it is. Hoarder is now in our hands. Now we just have to play until tech 32. but I'm gonna dev it much more than we have already. See, we are heading towards 30 average dev. We gotta get at least 40 by the end of the campaign. Another tag that gives me development cost modifier. So now, even though I have provinces that have 23 dev, this costs me 12 points per dev click. There's no province, guys, below 30 development in our country, which means we have already 3.3 thousand dev. And that finally puts us on the first great power, but Ottomans keep expanding. You see, they're at war with Russia right now, so yeah, I have to keep deving. Just look at the development map mode as well. Yeah, Qatar is a bit more developed than the other parts of the world. And it's funny because when you hit 30 dev, you can expand infrastructure for the second time, which I'm gonna start doing because that's under 15% development cost for just 30 admin mana. So we've got revolution in France, we've got revolution in Great Britain. Who next? Industrialization gives 25% national manpower modifier. So max manpower is, yeah, above 1 million. My last idea group is gonna be quantity. So instead of 1 million, that's almost 2 million of max manpower. We've finished quantity ideas. We are up to 900 of force limit. It's time for another war with the Ottomans, the last one in this campaign. Let's just pick artillery combat ability. Here's morale. Let's declare the war. Imperialism. Malacca. Well, they will have roughly 2 million troops versus 1 million of my troops. But say prepared 6-7 cannon stacks. I'm going lazy without reinforcement stacks, just 80-0-40 in each. It should be good enough for the Ottomans. My siege ability is pretty good versus the Ottomans. So you see the siege ticks is only 17 days each. So that siege is pretty fast, even though that's a fort level 8. So let's try a battle versus the Ottomans. They're having a lot of reinforcements to come here for sure. 118, 9 point. So I have 1 more morale over the Ottomans. So that should look pretty good. Yep. Let's. Oh, they have so many troops around. Let's catch some wipes now. They're making a terrible mistake of going into a mountain fort. So just wait a month tick to recover my morale. Start going in. And just bring reinforcements close by. I can show you the whole battle. 6,000 per day tick, yeah. They're getting destroyed. Let's reinforce with a bit already. Come on guys, why are you not reinforcing? Let's go and try catching some of these two guys. So we're moving with multiple stacks at once. Just so AI will not know where to run away to. Of course this battle is not perfect for us. But I'm gonna win it. With the right reinforcements. But what's important is what I did while this battle was ongoing, catching all of these reinforcement stacks and wiping most of them. So this way Ottomans are already out of manpower and already reduced the amount of troops by 300,000. So that's pretty good for us. I'm getting my army attrition higher, so that's 10 morale. And we already killed 700,000 of the troops. My losses are just attrition, which is fine. Actually in this war I'll be releasing some stuff from the Ottomans because I can't catch up with them expanding so much while I'm just deving. So we'll be releasing nations from them for sure. See, I'm rushing them less in the last 2 wars. I'm going steadily, moving the front line, but you can see also occupying everything on my way. Where's your army, Mr. Ottoman? 150k? Come on. Not even 100k, Mr. Ottoman? What a shame. Some other great powers should attack you. It's fine that Britain full of these terrains is in that war as well, but I also have killed plenty of... They have 260k. How many did they kill? 260k. In their capital, I have 71%. So it's 8 days per siege tick. It's also, I think I might have caused a bit of decadence in their country. Goodbye, Britannia. How many troops do you have? Yeah, 356,000 had to die to protect the Ottomans. Gujarat, good night. They've lost 180,000 troops. Bahrain, on the other hand, have lost 233,000 troops. Now, this is a true humiliation. I pretty much fully occupied the Ottomans. They are down to 44,000 troops and no manpower. Their decadence is a bit of a problem. I don't think they have any loans. They shouldn't. Yeah. What I'll do, I'm gonna release Syria out of them release Wallachia, release Mamluks, and Kazakh. So this way, we're down with developments, and just below us. We just have to make sure to go in depth a lot now. Ottomans now dying to Lithuania and Poland. That might be the end of the Ottomans, what we just did. There we are, guys. We've hit 4,000 development with just 110 provinces owned. With all of these free technologies taken, see, they don't cost me really much. If you pass a day, there it is. Second achievement is done. I still have 3 more years to play. I want to use that to increase our development. Okay, guys, I think we are done. Just take a look. This is the development column. All of these provinces have 40 development already. And all of these have around 33 to 36. So in total, we've got 4,127 development. Maximum per at 1.3 billion. And almost 1 million of force limit. This is our development map mode. So everything light green is 40. Everything yellow is between 33 and 36. That's the manpower map mode. This is our economy chart for the whole campaign. See, since 1594 I was top 1. This is what is called death efficiency. So the more far right, the more death clicks you have. The more upper you have, the more you spend. So we spent 73,000 mana on deving and got 3,300 dev clicks for an average cost of 22. So yeah, guys, I think that's gonna be all for today. Let me maybe just check the average development. Our average development, guys, is 37.5. So guys, that was a long time to record this full video to 1820 within one episode. If you did enjoy it, let me know by liking this video and of course subscribe to the channel to get notified about the future achievement runs. And guys, this week, from Thursday, we're going to the Grande Sam party where I'm planning to stream. So if you want to come and watch these streams, make sure to check my Twitch channel linked in the pinned comment. Bye!